All right, if your team has made it this far, there is so much to cheer about on your side. As we get deeper into the state championship brackets and every field gets cut in half every single week, and also the excitement builds every single week. Welcome to Football Friday. I am Chris Lee. We are in the third round of the playoffs. We have our crews all over the state covering about 17 games for you as our teams march closer and closer towards that coveted state championship. Let's get everything started. Started off in the 4A East action. Rolesville at Millbrook. Big time game right here. This is like a heavyweight fight. Second half knotted up at 28. Millbrook, they're going to strike first with the familiar tandem. Mason Fortune to Wesley Grimes. Happened 4 times tonight, of course. Rolesville down 3, under a minute to go in the game. Brian Brown calling his own number. He knows exactly where to go for the score. They missed the extra point, 48-45. Rolesville. Millbrook with 3 seconds left. Angel Gomez Corona with the 20-yard field goal. That forces OT. It's 48-48. Millbrook fails to score in OT, but Rolesville does. Antonio Krim Jr., he's in for 6. That is the game. Rolesville wins this one in a track meet. They always seem to win in a track meet. 54-48. Knightdale at Leesville Road. We pick up things in the second quarter. As check this out, Leesville Road forced the punt. We don't show you punts unless this happens. Tamarcus Cooley, you don't want to punt to this guy from the 5-yard line. Goes to the near side, cuts in and out, makes the last man miss. He is gone. 95-yard punt return for the touchdown. Knightdale up 7-0 at that point. Leesville Road would answer back. John Mark Shaw finds Gabriel Simpkins over the middle, and the tight end rumbles into the end zone. We're tied at 7. From there, it was the Pride's ground game. Shaw to Jay Snelling, who goes off tackle, finds his way into the end zone. The Pride are marching on, 28-7. Panther Creek on the road, taking on Hoggard High School. First quarter, Hoggard with the handoff. Sam to Sam. Sam Jones, Sam Williams. Well, the last Sam, he's going to go all the way in for the score. Vikes up 7-0 early on. Catamounts, they're going to answer back because they're not going to roll over. Omari Odom with the deep ball, finding Bradley Garrity down inside of the 40. Later on, Odom, this time, he's going to go deep to Jesse Powell. Extra point, no good. Hoggard leads 7-6. Later, the Catamounts inside the red zone. Odom looking for someone, still looking for someone. Still looking for someone. Of course, he's going to find Jesse Powell. That's right there at the goal line. Hoggard says no. Panther Creek says yes because they win 35-21. All right, let's go to the west side of the state. 4A between East Forsyth and Glenn. This one was a really good one. Pay attention to this kid right here because you'll probably hear his name on Saturdays. Quayshawn Brown takes the opening kickoff. 75 yards. Look how fast he is. 7-0 for East Forsyth early on. Defensive battle for both teams. East, Will Montgomery, well, he's going to scoop up the fumble after this right here. Nice hit, nice defense. East Forsyth is in command. Fourth quarter, East leading 7-0. Quayshawn Brown is going to pick up the first. Look how fast he is. I told you you're going to hear his name on Saturdays. Jalen Rayner, he's going to have the QB keeper for the touchdown. That seals the Eagles' win. They're moving on 14-0. All right, let's move on to the 3A East playoffs. A huge game down in Fayetteville. Who is going to stop 71st? The Falcons walk into this game at 12-0 in the season. Of course, it's hard to remain perfect, and the rampants of J.H. Rose High School want to ruin that for them. Pat Welter has the story.
The school is 71st, but the number was 0. That's how many times the Falcons had lost this season, and you don't get that far without a little magic. The question is, did they have enough left? J.H. Rose knocked off Terry Sanford last weekend, trying to do the same to their Fayetteville neighbors tonight. Second quarter, it's Will Taylor with the Russell Wilson-like touch. 35 yards to Montez Green. It's 10-0 J.H. Rose. 71st responds with a 6-minute drive capped off by this 1-yard run from Anthony Quinn. 71st trailed 13-7 at the half. To the third, 20-7 now, and it's Jaden Shotwell getting the outside. He scores from 5 yards out. It's a 1-score game. 15 seconds left in the game now. 71st down 6. DeAndre Nance goes for it all. Jasir Daniels-Walker, the pick to seal it, and J.H. Rose wins 20-14 the final.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! You do what? That's what we do!
Pat Welter, Football Friday, Fayetteville.
Ooh, boy, the upsets. More 3A East action. Westover on the road taking on Eastern Alamance. Eastern Alamance's Hunter Douglas in shotgun takes the snap, tosses way down the field to Kason McCauley, who dances into the end zone. I like his dance right there. Westover looking to respond. Joshua Jones fakes the handoff, touches himself, breaks not one, not two, but he's going to break 3 tackles on his way into the end zone. Failed 2-point attempt. It's only 6 points right here. Westover, again, deep pass. Down the field, connects with Jansen Gibbs. He's going to go in for the touchdown. However, that was not enough for Westover. Eastern Alamance in a blowout, 43-12. All right, Northern Nash has the advantage of staying home, being comfortable in their own environment, waiting on Scotland High School to drive 2 hours and 16 minutes from Laurinburg to Rocky Mount. 139 miles on an activity bus. Yikes. Just to give yourself another week to try to play in football. Rick Armstrong has a story.
Northern Nash Knights are hunting for some Scots, but careful what you ask for. The Knights start off hot here at the Scotland 30. Keno Jones throws to the corner for Yassine Davis McKinney. Touchdown. Now Scotland ball deep in the Knights territory. RJ Nicholson runs with it. They're knocking on the door, confident they can push it in for 7. The snap is high. The Knights, Trey Battle recovers. Now Keno Jones pitches out, but the ball comes loose, and the Scots recover. On the next play, RJ Nicholson brings it in for 6. Now the Knights are deep back to the goal line, ready to punt. Jatavius McKayam blocks. That leads to Nicholson scoring. The first half ends, Scots up 21-7. Second half starts, and the Scots are deep in their backfield. They fumble. Andrew Zipko, the lucky one to pick it up and run it in for 6. They are just 7 points down. The Knights quarterback Keno Jones wants to carry his team on his shoulders, and by sheer will, he finds a way through to come within 1 point. The extra point fails. They're down by 1. The next possession, Azaria Loring crosses the line. Scots are down by 5. Not for long. They're down in the scoring zone. 35 seconds left to play. Carter Lavelle backs up and throws to Eli McCoy. And yes, the Scots upset the Knights, and they advance. Yeah! Yeah! Rick Armstrong, Football Friday.
Wow, the upsets. You want to stick around? More Football Friday is coming up. This time, our Football Friday showdown. The legendary Bob Holliday heads out to Cleveland, where the Rams took on Cardinal Gibbons. Who came out on top? You'll find out next.
Sound Station and Security, your automotive and audio experts. Car audio, car video, home theater, wheels and tires, and so much more. Plus, full service for your vehicle, alignment, inspection, oil changes, window tinting, and custom exhaust. Buy now, pay later. Our financing options can help you get what you need today. Sound Station and Security, your automotive and audio experts.
Small businesses are the backbone of America, in my opinion. I think everyone rallying together to help each other is what we should all be about. That's why we started the farmers market. It's a real magical feeling when you can succeed with your small business.
We love supporting the community, which is why we're grateful for the opportunity to partner with Phillips Farms. When you buy local, you have a huge impact on our community.
We're proud to be supporting local together.
Check out the farmers market at Phillips Farms of Cary.
And get off your keister and head to Heaster.
You want the best for your child, and so do we. At Emerge, we partner with parents to help your kids gain confidence and skills through play-based therapy. Our therapists build customized plans to help your child find success. We would love to meet your child. You want the best for your child, and so do we. At Emerge, we partner with parents to help your kids gain confidence and skills through play-based therapy. Our therapists build customized plans to help your child find success. We would love to meet your child.
Hey Sable, check out my new memory system. This one reminds me of how bad my legs hurt before going to Triangle Vein Clinic.
Oh, you mean that aching, throbbing, prop your legs up at the end of the day thing?
Yeah! No more of that, thanks to Triangle Vein Clinic. I got the results I wanted.
Legs hurt? Varicose veins? Come see me.
Dr. Medina is the go-to vein guy.
Go to Triangle Vein Clinic. Go to triangleveins.com to request your appointment.
Welcome back to Football Friday, and forgive me for the cliche, but this game is truly when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Cardinal Gibbons has only gone down twice to two other top teams in the state, while Cleveland Rams, well, they have the best high school running back, and they have an undefeated record to back him up. That's why this is our Football Friday showdown. Bob Holliday has a story.
Cleveland's Amarian Hampton averages 12 yards a carry. He only gained 10 on his first run, but man, he makes up for it here. Into your living room, he tap dances on the sideline, 43 yards. Then Cleveland's big Ram rams it into the end zone. 7-0, game's only 2 minutes old. Hampton plays a little defense, too. The Rams rush Cardinal Gibbons' Connor Clark. He fumbles on the recovery, Amarian Hampton. Now Clark shakes off the turnover. He puts the Crusaders in the end zone with this high floater to Brock Chappell. PAT no good. But back to Hampton. He takes a delayed pitch from Skylar Locklear to score from 4 yards out. And not long after, Hampton breaks off another big run. He gets to the outside, races down the sideline, shows the stiff arm, and storms into the end zone 21-6. Cardinal Gibbons senior Donovan Shepard has a big night himself. Shepard finds a crease, and he scoots away 21-12 at the break. Now, Cardinal Gibbons' only losses have come to highly ranked teams from Charlotte. And now the Crusaders battle back. 225-pound Ryan Ziegler circles the end, powers down the sideline, and dives for the pylon, 21-19. And then Shepard, who got 195 yards on the night, also makes a beeline for the end zone. Oh, but he takes a hit at the one. 3 plays later, though, Ziegler gets the call, and he gets his second touchdown. Cardinal Gibbons leads. Cleveland can't move, and the Rams have trouble with this punt, too. That leads to a 32-yard field goal for Ethan Hastings, 29-21. Hampton does break off one more nice run, 28 yards to the 32, but Cleveland turns it over on downs at midfield. Still, the unbeaten Rams think they'll get the ball back with 1:20 to go. Gibbons lines up to punt, but snaps the ball to the up man, Carter Sears. What a brassy call. The dream season ends for Cleveland, while the Cardinal Gibbons sideline just erupts.
Nice work! Carter, where you at?
Bob Holliday, Football Friday.
A lot of great running back play in that. Let's get to 2A action. Nash Central taking on Princeton. Nice entrance right there. Princeton's Marty Holland. He's got the ball, and he's going to go right there to the sideline, 7-0 early on. Nash Central's Jaden Ellis, well, he's going to hand off to Timothy Holliday, and look at that. Nice little answer back for them. PAT is no good, 7-6 at this point, but Princeton's not going to go away. Christian Parrish, he's so slippery. Look at him just slip right into the end zone. Everybody missed him. 13-6. And then once again, Parrish, he's going to go for the touchdown. This kid is really good. Princeton with the blowout win. Check out this score, 63-12. St. Paul's taking on Whiteville. And we have the entrances. Everybody's hyped up. Everybody's ready. Whiteville on the 31. Quarterback Zion Wilson keeps this one himself. Finds a little room. Takes it all the way. Whiteville on the board 6-0 after the PAT was no good. Then St. Paul's. Look at this. Mikhail Breeden fires down the middle to Edric James, who pulls it in on the 15, sheds a few tackles, finishes the job. 2-point conversion good. 8-7. South Paul's at this point. And then quarterback Zion Wilson from Whiteville looks to the sideline. Edric James with the pick six, 65-yard interception. That is crazy. St. Paul's is going to knock off undefeated Whiteville 38-36. My goodness. Wallace Rose Hill at East Duplin. Wallace Rose Hill getting their offense rolling early tonight. Kamon Ferrier takes this one to the house, giving the Bulldogs a 14-10 lead going into the half. So let's go to the second half. Later, the Panthers, they're doing their job. They're moving down the field. The crowd is all into it. Arbery Gaby is going to do this one really well. He's going to push the pile into the end zone. Duplin back on top. Later on, Antoine Montgomery, he's going to do it again, walking into the end zone. Bulldogs, an even bigger lead. Wallace Rose Hill with the upset, 21-17. Washington riding an 8-game winning streak heading into Northeastern to meet the undefeated Eagles. Jalen Nelson Well, he gets them going, finding wide out E.J. Gatling. Look at that move he put on the DB. My goodness, 7-0 at that point. Pan-Pac, they scored a bunch tonight too. Hayes Pippin going in for the QB keeper. And he's going to go deep into the Eagles' end. Still running. Nobody can do anything with him. Finally, they put him down. Gary Payne with a score and a short touchdown to tie it at 7. Northeastern did a lot more scoring in this one, however, as Devon Bell goes in for 6 more. Northeastern undefeated still, 57-47. There's much more to come on Football Friday. We're going to head up to Northampton County for a 1A playoff game against Rosewood when we come right back.
We'll be right back with more Football Friday!
My name is Ryan Klontz, president of Breeze Through Markets. I wanted to take a moment today to talk with you about the additional steps we've taken during these unprecedented times to keep our customers and employees alike safe, and our commitment to cleanliness and sanitization. We've partnered with EnviroMasters to come once a week to sanitize the stores. We've initiated a new cleaning procedure for our team members, and we also are implementing UV lights on the pen pads. We want everyone to feel safe and welcome at our Breeze Through Market, so come join us and shop at your local Breeze Through.
Tune in to the Financial Safari TV show with America's wealth, financial, and income coach, Coach Pete D'Arruda.
Do not procrastinate. Do not say, I'm going to wait for the market to recover to get a real plan. Today's the day you get a real plan.
The Financial Safari TV show. Find us on WRAL's Money Desk.
Hi, my name is Jeff Monsine. Please consider the Aluminum Company in North Carolina for all your exterior home improvement needs.
Well, the reason we called Aluminum Company in North Carolina was because we'd seen the ads with Jeff Monsine. We were impressed with the fact that we needed vinyl siding at the time, and I had heard that the company was really great, so we called them and they came out. The vinyl siding itself just turns the house into something magnificent. Most beautiful house on the block.
Give us a call, 1-800-672-4348 or aluminumcompany.com.
Already seeing some ugly Christmas sweaters in there. My goodness, we haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet. All right, shout out to my man Jay Mace, Darrell Mason. He's from the 252. He's ready for this 1A East playoffs. And Northampton County has looked dominant most of the season, shutting out 6 teams. That's an unbelievable stat. But Rosewood wasn't just going to lay down. Luke Notestein has a story.
Temperatures here at Northampton High School dropped into the low 30s as players and fans could see their breath tonight. The Jaguars hoping to heat things up out there on the field in this third-round playoff matchup against Rosewood.
It was the visiting Eagles who would take control in the first quarter. Already leading 7-0, David Lamb outruns the Jaguars defense to the far pylon. Rosewood increases the lead to 14-0. But the Jaguars would wake up in the second quarter. Anthony Harding fakes the handoff, follows his blockers downfield, then shows off his strength and athleticism. Stiff arm, thank you very much. House call. Northampton on the board and just getting warmed up. A few minutes later, it's Harding again, and the Jaguars' blocking was exceptional on this play. Another stiff arm, and this time Harding goes 85 yards to pay dirt. Northampton takes the lead 22-16. Then in the fourth quarter, the home team would ice this game on this frigid night. Jameek Reed explodes up the middle, 45 yards to the promised land. Northampton County beats Rosewood 34-16.
The way we changed our defense up and came back and pretty much spotted them 16 points, and then we came back and shut them out the rest of the game, and then we went on a 34-point run. I think that speaks a lot for our team.
Luke Notestein, Football Friday.
The defending 1A champions being waved out by Sweet Pea. Like normal, Tarboro hosting Perquimans. See, I can say it right. First play on offense, Tarboro is a 63-yard touchdown sprint by number 10, Trayvon White, because it's Tarboro. All right, second quarter action, play action pass. Tarboro's quarterback, Tremaine McDaniels, throws a 48-yard rainbow to number 4, Leighton Dupree, because it's Tarboro. This is the type of thing you expect from him. Second quarter, number 3, Shaheem Daniels. He's in the backfield. He's going to get the 32-yard touchdown after the handoff because it's Tarboro. It's just what they do. The Vikings keep on rolling, 42-0. All right, Pender County at Northmore. Shout-outs to Eddie Billings at Northmore for helping out our photographer, Ryan Terhune, with a flat tire. 25-yard run from Pender County running back Kelvin Robinson, extra point. Pats up 40-6 after a fourth down turnover to Pender County. Julius Yassir runs 15 yards for the touchdown, 50-6. Last play of the game, less than 3 minutes left. Defiant Mustangs, Justice Dorsett makes a 75-yard run for a touchdown. Look at this score, 50-12. Pender County gets this one. Southside at Northside, Pinetown, and you know the opposites attract, so North-South, well, they're going to come together and have a clash. The Panthers won the Anchor Bowl between the two in the regular season. First quarter, Fortino Beltran bolts down the field, being taken down, puts them in good position. A couple plays later, Northside's Mitch Godley, because he's blessed, up the middle in the end zone, 7-0 for him. Now on to the second quarter, Northside with the ball. Hand off to who? The blessed one, Mitch Godley. Again, he runs it in for the score, making it 14-0 at the half. The Panthers hold off the Seahawks to advance 14-7 to round 4. They're going to face Pender County next round. All right, it's time for a brief timeout. We've got to get some water. We've got to cool down and towel off and all that good stuff. There's more to come on Football Friday. When we come back, managing editor of HighSchoolOT.com, Nick Stevens, he's going to join me with one more matchup and also some more of tonight's wins and some matchups for next week. Let's talk about it next.
At Czar Electric, we work with our customers to discover the right solution. We offer a complete range of services, including troubleshooting and diagnostic, installations, wiring additions, rewiring, and more. Our team works harder to serve you better.
There you go, baby. Y'all have a great day.
Nothing goes together better than summer and a tailgate special from Smithfield's. Feed your friends and family. And don't miss a moment of all summer has to offer.
Break away from the everyday to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
Your precious heirlooms deserve to be pampered, groomed, and cared for. We're talking about your Oriental and area rugs, of course. Your showpieces get dirty just like regular carpet, but need to be cleaned differently. Caravan Rugs uses centrifugal force technology to thoroughly and safely clean and dry your Oriental and area rugs. Caravan Rugs makes it easy with pickup and delivery. Visit us online or call Caravan Rugs today and take advantage of our Carolina Comeback offer, 15% off all rug washing.
Sound Station and Security, your automotive and audio experts. Car audio, car video, home theater, wheels and tires, and so much more. Plus, full service for your vehicle, alignments, inspection, oil changes, window tinting, and custom exhaust. Buy now, pay later. Our financing options can help you get what you need today. Sound Station and Security, your automotive and audio experts.
Always love it when the kids get the FaceTime. Welcome back to Football Friday. I'm Chris Lee, being joined right now with Nick Stevens. He was the managing editor of HighSchoolOT.com. Has all the information you need about these playoffs right now, but don't go just yet after we're done because we have a few more things to show you before we get off. Nick, we've had some upsets tonight. We've had some pretty good running back duels and everything happening tonight, but we still have even more happening that you've been watching for us.
You know, we got one more game to show you some highlights of, and then we'll go through what happened in the other half of the state on the other side. But let's get started with that one. 13 seed Jacksonville visiting 5 seed Lee County tonight in the 3A East bracket. We are scoreless late in the first quarter, but Jacksonville kicker Britt Glover gets points on the board first with this field goal. It's 3-0 Cardinals after 1. Jacksonville adds on to its lead in the second quarter with a Damon June touchdown that makes it 9-0 Jacksonville, but Lee County gets points just before halftime. Will Patterson completes the pass to Tyreek McKendall, who powers his way across the goal line. It's 9-7 Cardinals at the half. The Jackets take a lead in the third quarter. The short run by T.J. Johnson makes it 14-9 Lee County. But we have to go to overtime to settle this one. Jackets don't score in the first overtime, and that opens the door for the Britt Glover game-winning field goal. Jacksonville is on to the fourth round of the playoffs, where it will face top-seeded Eastern Alamance next Friday night. Lee County almost got the block on that one, but 25-22, Jacksonville on to the fourth round. All right, we got some scores from the western part of the state. We'll start in the 4A West. Huff beating Mallard Creek 31-17. They will host East Forsyth, who shut out Glenn. Big game in the Triad tonight, 14-0. Stay in the 4A West. Weddington over Cuthbertson, 34-21. They will take on Chambers, defending state champions, 28-10 winners tonight over Porter Ridge. In the 3A West, South Point over Forest View, 27-7. Big game next week with Crest, who beat North Davidson, 35-14. Also in the 3A West tonight, Dudley over Kings Mountain, 36-10. Statesville shutting out High Brighton, 42-0. It'll be Dudley Statesville next week. Shelby all over East Gaston, 64-15.
Always good.
And Reedsville beating Hendersonville, 50-35.
And Reedsville is always good.
Reedsville and Shelby next week will be a fun one. All right, let's go to the 2A West. We'll have Maiden and Salisbury, 32-20. Maiden the winner. They will take on East Surrey, who beat Monroe, 10-9 tonight in the West. Also into no, to 1A, I'm sorry, Eastern Randolph losing to Murphy tonight. That's the number 1 seed going down to the 9 seed, 54-31. Robbinsville, they edge North Rowan 50-47. And one more in the 1A West. Mitchell over Thomasville, 38-21. They will take on Mount Airy next week, 44-7 winners over Starmount. So some big games in the West. Real quick, Chris, here in the East next week, we got some big ones. Two in Wake County. Rolesville going to go to Leesville Road. That'll be a big one. I think we'll probably see some points scored in that one.
Absolutely.
Panther Creek, the Cinderella run. This is the first time Panther Creek's been in the fourth round since 2010. They went to the regional final that year. They have a big game at Gibbons on Friday. That's going to be a big one. If they can pull that off, that'd be the biggest upset they've pulled yet. 3A East, Jacksonville at Eastern Alamance, Scotland at J.H. Rose. 2A East, we have St. Paul's at Princeton. Lots of points coming in that one, I bet, too. Wallace Rose Hill at Northeastern. And in the 1A East, Northampton at Tarboro. Two of the programs who have had a lot of success lately in recent years, and Pender at Northside. So some big games in the East. And the West is going to be just on fire next week, too. There's going to be a lot of big games out there.
I'm definitely looking forward to that Roseville game because it seems like they have to score 50-plus points every week to make sure they win. It's always a track meet for that, but, I'm sure folks who go to those games are very excited every single week.
They can score points in a hurry. They got weapons all over the field at Roseville. And tonight, when they went to overtime and Millbrook didn't score in that first overtime, it kind of felt like that was going to be Roseville's win. And, of course, Millbrook got them earlier in the season. Hard to beat a team twice.
Man, well, it's going to be an exciting week next week. Next week is our final Football Friday of the season, but we will still make sure that we are covering everything until we go to a championship. Make sure you go to HighSchoolOT.com where my man Nick Stevens has you hooked up with everything you need. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you again next week right here on Football Friday.